Good morning, everyone. Day 145 on the, in my tent. Had quite a storm last night. Here's a sample of what the rain was early on in the storm last night.
This is the sound of the storm from last night. So far, everything's dry.
Then it just settled down to continuous rain all the rest of the night. It stopped it stopped early in the morning, maybe about 3 o'clock, with occasional scattered dropping, and then now it's 6 o'clock. It just started up again. We got thunder and lightning. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm seriously considering going home for a few days just to give everything, this weather pattern, a chance to settle down. It's crazy. Bridges are washing out on the trail. They're closing. Holy cow! I think I may end up doing a zero here today. But I'll call my wife and see if she's available. I think it's a wise decision, not necessarily the best. It's really going to throw a damper in my trip and my schedule. I don't know. Alright. Let me see what I can do. Alright. Here's the deal. Trails are a mess. It's going to rain for 3 more days. I'm arranging a friend to pick me up at Cheshire. I'll probably take a few days at home, see what everything's gonna be. They're closing trails in Vermont left and right, so we'll have to see what comes of it. So I got 5 miles to do this morning. Hopefully I'll have a pickup in Cheshire, and then my wife can pick me up at the friend's house, and we'll assess from there. It's just the way it is. The trails aren't going to get any better. Like I said, it's supposed to rain for the next 3-4 days with this pattern, so that'll give me a chance to dry everything out, reassess some equipment for the rest of the trip, and then come back and start again. All right, let me finish packing up. I'm almost done, and I'll get on trail. All right, back on the trail. It's a little after 8. After that early morning thunderstorm moved through. Got a beautiful day, but supposed to get a severe storm around noon today. So I got plans. A friend, Sir, who I hiked with in Virginia, doesn't live too far from here. He's going to pick me up in Cheshire and take me back to his place until my wife can come and get me. I'm probably going to get off trail for a few days in order to give this weather system a chance to push through and the trails to dry out, maybe, because they're sloppy. And then also assess what trails in Vermont are even open. They're closing trails. They got bridge washouts. They got approaches to bridges washed out. Streams that can't be crossed or shouldn't be crossed. I heard reports of
couple hikers between two rivers that are stuck there because they can't cross either of the rivers. So a couple days at home will give me a chance to assess what's going on, try to figure out a new schedule. Who the heck knows? I don't know how I'm gonna fit it in my timeline without my wife picking me up somewhere in Maine. And we got something going on at the end of September that I hope to be done by. That's kind of iffy at this point, so we'll see. But a couple days at home give me a chance to start doing some calculating. All right, this is a typical stretch of trail. You can see all the muds. So we're constantly bouncing from one side of the trail to the other to try to minimize getting wet. But of course, it's not fair to the trail. Here comes another one, see? Every 20 yards, you get a mud wallow. All right, let me squeak my way across this. All right, a little over 2 miles into the day of the 4.5, 5 I gotta get to Cheshire. First part of the trail was a bit muddy. There was a swamp with a couple bog boards. I slipped and went down on the bog boards. But it's been pretty good overall. A few mud wallows to dance around. Streams are high. Some of the stones that you normally use for crossing are a little wet. But other than that, it's been nice. Talking to a couple that I ran into, they're gonna try to get over Greylock, and then they're gonna take a few days off to assess what's going on and replan their trip. As for me, I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I can bounce up to Katahdin, but that's kind of a, I want to say a last resort, because I want to finish at the sign as a nice conclusion to the trip. So, don't know. But once I get home, I can look at news and find out. Plus, Vermont trail maintainers are going, they've done a quick assessment that they're going to go out and do a more thorough assessment shortly. That'll determine what's up on the menu too, because you know, chances are they could close sections of the trail. Vermont's very famous for its mud, and I'm sure usually that's just in the spring, but I'm sure it's back to that conditions now. So, you know, maybe Vermont will be the last thing I do. Who knows? All right. Well, I got a couple more miles to go to get to town. So that's what I'm going to work on. The view from Cheshire Cobble. Okay, we're in Cheshire. I guess Cheshire was famous for its cheese. Little hiker silhouette, very nice of them. All right. Trail goes up here through town. I'm going to be looking for the Dunkin' Donuts. That's where Sir's going to pick me up. So, I'll get back to you. Okay. About a half a mile road walk to get to Route 8. That's where the Dunkin' Donuts is. And that's where the trail, I think, leaves the roadway. So there's a blue spruce, Colorado blue spruce. Although I think they dropped the Colorado. Okay, I'm at Route 8. Gonna head up here. There's Dunkin' Donuts up here. I'll stop there. Get a nice cup of coffee. Maybe a little something to snack on. And that'll be it for this leg. And we'll try to figure out what we're gonna do going forward. I'll be back home. All right, leave me like that. Tell you. All right, back home. Gonna sort some things out. Figure out what's the plan of action going forward. So I'll get in touch with you further down the road.